We're at La Manga Club in southern Spain at the moment, just at the end of one of our week-long summer training camps. So we've had the kids out here working really hard on their game, a lot of physical work, learning to move on the clay, learning to play tactically on the clay, and really developing themselves ready for a big push this summer, great results, and just get the kids really moving forwards.
It's been a lot of hard work at the start, and then we went into the tournament. Players have done well in the tournament. The players that we thought would do well in the tournament did do well in the tournament because it's on clay. And what's quite interesting is the players that have worked the hardest are the ones that have got the results on the match court. So that's kind of that's reinforced what we said to the kids at the start of the training camp last week. We said, we guarantee that those of you that work the hardest, because they're all good players, and really commit to this and put the most effort in and push yourselves the most, you'll be the ones that get the results in tournament they have. So
yeah, I think when you've got a sort of solid group of players, we haven't got hundreds and hundreds of them because we wouldn't be able to do the sort of quality that we want to do. But with a group of players that we've got, all pushing each other, all a similar age, all a similar level, constantly trying to one-up each other. We've had some finals this week where all of our kids have played each other, and it's been a really good quality final. And that's what we want. We want these kids to travel together. They obviously train together. They live together. Some of them, and really, that sort of unity and that sort of home from home when they are abroad. This feels like home to us. We come out so much, and the kids are exactly the same. Not one of them is homesick. They love this sort of environment, and that's exactly what life is like as a professional tennis player. You spend very little time at home. You very rarely see your family, and if we can start to just drip feed them those sort of feelings and emotions, then when it comes to actually doing it as a career, they're much more prepared for it. And I think that's where a lot of junior players struggle with the transition to the senior game, is that they struggle not just with the change in the way that they need to play, but also the emotional changes that go on, and the sort of scariness of being abroad and being on your own and not having mum and dad to sort of back you up. That's a big change for a lot of these kids. So if we can do these sorts of things now, it becomes a lot simpler and a lot easier for them down the line.
And it's nice for the British kids to come here to Spain on the clay and compete against the Spanish kids. So we've just had a match finish now where one of the top 10 12-year-olds in Britain played a final against one of the top 10 12-year-olds in Spain. Well, that's a brilliant experience for both of them. But for our kid, who's just, like we said earlier, come from training indoors all winter on really fast courts, to come here and compete on the clay against a kid from Spain who's been here all winter just grinding, it's a brilliant experience for them, and it was a good match, wasn't it?
Very. It's close as well, which is good. It's what you want.
Spanish kid won, but
That's okay. Got to make them feel good.